Hello everyone, Kevin here at Oak Grove Healing. I'm posting this video to answer a question. I am also inviting all who this reading speaks to, in part or whole, to take from it whatever insight and guidance you may find. So, let's begin. The first card in the spread is to answering the question, what you provide in this relationship. And here we were given the Nine of Cups, telling us you bring satisfaction, pleasure, and recognition. So you bring a lot to the table as far as emotions and positivity. Now, I pulled a clarifier to see if this was viewed as how you view what you bring or how they view what you bring. And I pulled the Four of Cups, suggesting that this is from your perspective. The next card in the reading is where you stand now in this relationship. And we were given the Four of Swords, and clearly you're in a place where you're checked out and in a self-protect mode. Perhaps you got a lot of walls up to prevent being hurt or to insulate you from things. The third card in this read is what you're hoping to happen. And I got the Ace of Cups reversed. And the Ace of Cups reversed in this spread is telling us that with no doubt that you're hoping to go through the loss in this relationship, maybe get it over with in some way. I clarified this by pulling the Four of Wands, and it came up in the reverse position and giving us understanding that from your perspective, the troubles you're having now are greater than the pain of the loss of the relationship. So remember that this is telling us that you perceive that ending the relationship will cause less pain than what you're going through now. So moving on, the fourth card in the spread is what they are hoping for. And here we got the Lovers. So you can see that, and that tells us that they're seeking romance and relationship and balance. And so that was kind of weird, right? Because that makes the reading very one-sided. So I pulled a clarifier on that, and I got the Fool in the reverse position. And in this position, it is clear that these hopes and these pursuits of the lover is very reckless and also in a gullible or a very immature fashion in a way, meaning that unrealistic, really. And the next card, the fifth card of this spread, is where they are now. And here I was given the Two of Pentacles, and you can see he's doing a good balancing act here. And simply put, the person that this is referring to, they're stretched very thin, both in resources, emotionally, and materially, and also physically. So they're being pulled in all directions. The sixth place, the card that we pulled for the sixth place, is what they are bringing to the table. And I was given the Queen of Wands in the reverse position. And I'm sure this will come to no surprise. The Queen of Wands tells us that they're bringing a lot of chaos, and the driving force behind this chaos is a sense of low self-confidence, a feeling of jealousy, and all the things that would surround low self-confidence. So there's that. Now the seventh card that I pulled, this is how you view them. And I was given the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Now the Ten of Pentacles is usually a very positive card, and of course in the reverse position it's a little bit more negative in this situation. And it's telling me that your view of this person is not stable. There's poor provider and the bringer of most of the conflict that is derived from a source of money, as in lack or the poor management or waste of it. Okay, so now moving on to the eighth position of this reading. This is how they see you in this relationship. And we received the Five of Swords in the reverse position. That's this one here. So they very clearly understand that you are in a state of regret and preparing to cut your losses. They know that you're basically checked out, and that's how you're viewed. Pulling a clarifier for this card, I was given the Nine of Pentacles, and this tells me that the driver for this view of you is the knowing that the waste and lack of material and emotional resources is clear. They understand what's going on. So next is the next is the ninth place in this relationship spread, and this is how you saw them in the past. And it's not specifically in the beginning of the relationship or yesterday, it's just how you saw this person in the past. And I was given the Ace of Swords, and now the Ace of Swords tells us you saw this person in a very, very positive light, a visionary, a leader, a force that you wanted to be a part of. The feeling of a new way of thinking is what you saw in this person. So that's a wonderful way to see. However, the next card, the 10th place in this relationship reading that I did for you, is the how they saw you in the same time frame as the 9th place. And I was giving the world reversed. Now, what this is telling us is that, sadly, at that time where you were looking at this person as a force that you wanted to be a part of, a visionary, you were being looked at as someone with little to no accomplishments, lacking ability, and somewhat broken. So you were not being viewed in a positive light at all, and that would indicate the grounds for a very bad way to start a relationship. So the 11th card is the 11th card in this reading, which is next, is your present fears. And what are your present fears as we move forward? And I was given the Five of Wands in the reversed position. So I see that you're afraid of how the ending will turn out. In that, I mean, if the relationship ends, you're worried that you're going to be off in a position worse off than you are now, or perhaps in the beginning. And I don't think that's something that you really have to be too worried about, because you're not who you were when you began. But that's something that you're worried about. And so I pulled a clarifier and received the Seven of Swords right here. Seven of Swords. You get it? He's sneaking away with the swords. You can see that. And so, and that of course means that you're worried about the things you're worried about is because the underlying fear of somebody using lies, their cunning, sneakiness, and such things against you. And I have to say that it's probably for good reason. So keep that in mind. The 12th card in the reading is their present thoughts, doubts, and fears. So their doubts and fears. And I pulled the Knight of Swords, is what we were given, was the Knight of Swords in reverse. So basically, the two of you are worried pretty much about the same things. And so the difference is they're feeling that maybe but they feel that you're a bully and you can be ruthless and very controlling. So that's just how you're viewed by them with their fears moving forward. Now, the 13th card is outside influences that are affecting you, that you may or may not be aware of. So I pulled first, we were given the Three of Pentacles, suggesting there are people in your corner. This is confirmed by the Five of Pentacles. And with the, I also pulled another card for this position, was the King of Cups. So what I got out of this is that there's a team of people on your side helping you to trying to help you, whether you're aware of it or not. They're trying to help you make the best decisions for yourself. The major influence is an external masculine energy or an authority figure in your life. So someone, masculine energy, I'm not going to speculate on that, so I'll leave it there. The 14th card is, of course, now external influences affecting them. And I was given the Page of Swords, and I clarified the Page of Swords by the Knight of Cups reversed. Now I can't tell if this was a male or female energy here. However, the energy with the greatest influence right now is very emotionally immature, and it's subject to tantrums and selfish, and tends to bring turmoil every place it goes, which was probably there's probably an ability for you to recognize that in your daily interactions. And so finally, the 15th card, the 15th place of this reading that you asked for, tells the future of this relationship. And I guess this is the meat and potatoes here. And I was given the Nine of Swords in a reverse position, right? And this card is telling of recovery. So this is actually a good card, right? Because it's telling us of recovery from things that cause guilt, shame, recovery from mental health issues, from emotional traumas. And I have a feeling you know where I'm going with this. And it wasn't clear enough. So I didn't feel clear that this card was being clear enough. So we pulled a clarifier, and I got the Eight of Cups. And if you take a look, you can see what's happening. I don't really know that I need to say anything, but I'm pretty sure you get the idea that if the relationship stays on the current path and all things are kept consistent, there will be a walking away, a letting go, and a leaving behind. Now, I want to stress that these cards, whenever you have card readings done, they're not telling you what will happen. They're telling you the most likely outcome if all things are kept on the same path. If you found this reading accurate and useful, I'd love for you to go on to our Facebook page, Oak Grove Healing, and leave a review. And I do hope you find some insight and help in it. If you have any more questions, please feel free to ask, and I'll do another reading. And I would honestly love to help both of you through Reiki and hypnosis to get the most out of your current situation with the least amount of pain. So, and that you should call us or send a message, and we can talk about that and help everybody move forward or change the trajectory of your current situation. So, with much love and respect, it's Kevin from Oak Grove Healing. Have a wonderful day and a blessed night.